Demarcus Cousins' rise or fall, like how do you feel about it? How do you feel about Demarcus Cousins, the whole situation?
And Marcus Cousins, man, is a talent that he's like a talent where like I would compare him. I don't care what nobody says. I would compare him to Steph and a Michael Jordan and a LeBron and not even those guys. Let's just say Steph. I compare him like this. Like he a guy that is a pioneer of something. You know,
Oh, okay,
he's a
okay, okay,
pioneer of
okay.
something.
I
You
get
know,
what you're getting at. Okay, go ahead.
you know what I'm saying? Um, he's the pioneer of the new age big man. I would say
Mm-hmm.
Jokic, Embiid. Who else you could throw in there? I guess those are just the gold standards right there. Jokic and Embiid. You know, he's Demarcus Cousins the pioneer. Before it was those guys, it was him, bro. He was the top dog. He was the big dog, bro. He can pass, shoot. You know what I'm saying? May not be too savvy on particularly on the defensive end, but he can do all things on the offensive end.
And he was
Pass,
still
shoot,
pretty decent. Still pretty
right.
decent on
Post
defense.
skills. You know what I'm saying? The proper physical dimensions to dominate, bro. Just he was just I mean, on a given night, on one of his best nights, he could probably give you 30, 20, and 10. He's done that multiple times. 40,
Mm-hmm.
20, and 10. You know? Just crazy, crazy numbers, right? He spent a bulk of his career on the Sacramento Kings, wasting away. He ended up on New Orleans. Him and AD were meshing really well. You know, it was just, it was even talks about him and AD potentially being a threat to the Warriors because we all know the Warriors have lacked um, a solid interior force, for
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
multiple
yeah.
years up until now. So that was one of the main weaknesses they were gonna be able to exploit, but it never panned out because DeMarcus Cousins, I think he tore his Achilles
Yeah.
or ACL towards the end of the 2017-2018 season.
Yeah.
So it didn't quite pan out the way it was supposed to, but it's just sad to see a talent like him, like now it's like it comes to the point where he's out of a job, and I don't know what it could be. I mean, to me, the man can't jump over a phone, but the skills still there, the talent's there. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's because he's slow getting up and down the court. I don't know, but the skill set's there, and he's injury prone at that. He has a problem staying healthy at this point. Um, I don't know, man. I think had he been healthy or had he stayed healthy, bro, we're looking at a top two center in the league right now, easily, bro. Top
Still,
three,
yeah.
top three.
Because he
You know,
was he was the best during his time. He was the best center undoubtedly during his time. So, I,
top three easily. So it's just sad, bro. Like where his career could have been. He had that mean streak about him, just the old school type of mentality that, like a lot of old school guys, like from a lot of old school guys in the NBA that they like about him. That just that I want to fight you type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to prove I'm better than you, and you're not gonna come at me. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of like he was just different, bro. It's just sad to see him not even be in the league now from being the best center in the league at one point in time to
yeah, bro.
not and by far too. And now it's like he's out of the league, bro. And it's
Just
like
5 years ago, bro.
yeah.
Just 5 years ago.
And now, if he does get a job, it's probably gonna be coming off the bench or something like that. And it's guys that I see now that they may be averaging more points than him, and they may be producing more. You know what I'm saying? But the skill set is not. It's not messing with him. He's just a naturally gifted guy. So, you know, it's just sad, bro. That's my take on
Yeah, my take is nothing far from what you were saying. Like DeMarcus Cousins was a talent. He was a product of the big man we have today, and it was just something we just never seen before. We never seen a big man move like that. That ferocious, as well as adding a shooting game to it. Like
it. Elegant too.
We seen Shaq. How dominant he was, but DeMarcus Cousins was dominant at damn near a three level. Like how Joel Embiid is, and he can rebound like Jokic, and he could do all these things and was efficient like Jokic. But it's like consistency with the injuries. it just kept coming in. The injuries just kept coming in for him because, and I blame a lot of those injuries because of what he had to do in Sacramento, not having enough help and having to go out there and ball out every night and just to not make the playoffs, right? And then when he finally gets the chance, it catches up to him. Like two, his third to last game, he had his best game of his career. The third to last game of getting injured, he had the best game of his career where he went for 44, um, 44, 20, and
20 and like 11 or something
it's come
crazy.
on, man. Like that's some unheard of numbers. Like that's putting together Shaq numbers with the passing of like Jokic, on a regular night. So it's like it's absurd to hear numbers like that, and then just 2 games later, and then on his first game back, he gets a minimum contract for the league champions. The league champions, he got a minimum. They giving this man $1 million. I think at the time a minimum was 900,000 at least. I think a $900,000 contract.
No, I think he took 5 million.
Oh,
I
5 million.
got him
So I'm
here,
sorry.
five
Yeah, yeah.
million.
It
Yeah.
was definitely 5 million. So that wasn't a minimum. He definitely took 5 million. He took a pay cut from the league champions, man. Not even a team to challenge them, but the actual league champions. And he actually had a decent season then, but it just kept getting worse and worse and worse as he gone. And it was so bad to the point where, like, this past playoffs, he had a really good playoff run. Played limited minutes though. Even the year before that with the Clippers, he had another decent playoff run. But this year, I seen something that just made me sad, and obviously the Nuggets played the Warriors in the first round, so I watched every game, and I'm watching, and he was playing really good, and I seen his playoff career high was 19 points, and it made me so sad, like a guy who just was giving you 26 and 14 a game went from his career high in the playoffs is 19 points, like that just opened my eyes to like, God damn, Demarcus Cousins, what happened to you? Like
I don't
what?
even think I don't even think he had a chance to display what he did in the
Yeah, he
regular
didn't.
season and the playoffs. He
He
didn't even get
didn't.
fully healthy. He didn't even get that chance.
Yeah, and then remember we see him tear his Achilles in Golden State, so he didn't even get a chance to play in the
I
finals.
think he tore his Achilles when he was on New Orleans. That was the injury he had. And then he
So
ended
the
up tearing his
ACL.
quad or something
Oh, quad, yeah.
in Golden State, something like
So
that.
he tears his quad and goes down, which was, by the way, no disrespect, was kind of a little funny because the way he fell, like I don't know, like I just did not believe he tore something. It just did not look like he tore something. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry for laughing, but yeah, it just didn't make sense, yo. That I'm looking at a guy who did all this, and then I come to look at it. This guy's career high is 19 points in the playoffs. It made me sad, and he was giving the Warriors some buckets though, and he was giving the Suns some buckets. Sadly they lost in the WCF in 2021, but you know when he does play, DeMarcus Cousins still delivers, and that's why I feel like he should not. He should have a job. Whether you paying him $1 million a night, I feel like DeMarcus Cousins, even though he had a little bit of an attitude when he played, but it wasn't really an attitude like a diva. It was he takes this game serious. That's who he was. That's how he is. He's who he is on the court. So I feel like they should just give him a contract. Any team, no matter what team it is, they should give him a contract and on some limited time, of course, because you can't risk him getting injured again. Giving him money and get him getting injured. So I feel play him on about 20 to 22 minutes a game as a backup center for a really good center. Um, a spot I would put him back. If I was the Nuggets, I would have took him back. I feel like Jokic needs to relax more. He just came off a season where he was just doing too much, So or even a Philadelphia, but I know Philadelphia they're a little broke over there because they just paid Joel, just gave PJ Tucker that money and stuff like that, and Tyrese Maxey, but that's besides the point. Um, DeMarcus Cousins definitely deserves a job, and I'm praying for him. I really do hope he gets his job back from best center in the league to not having a job in just 5 years, really 4 years, but it's just I hate to say it, man.